Good carry too. Good afternoon, Scott Storris.
Afternoon, Craig. Afternoon, everybody. I spoke to Jeet Raval before the day's play. They've been, as you'd expect, both sides out, checking out the pitch and making their assessments. And he said it was very hard. And therefore, he expects the ball to carry through. Now, often Eden Park, the drop-in pitches are hard, but don't necessarily fly through. More tennis ball bounce. That hit high on the bat, just like that one. Doesn't tend to come off that quickly. There is no block, of course, being a drop-in. By and large, a rugby ground these days, Eden Park. But Alistair Cook will certainly be a target. Had a tough series in the Ashes, didn't he, apart from that one huge score.
A little bit of movement.
This is my first day nighter. Can't you see the ball well? Absolutely brilliant. Few touring groups in from the UK. Weather's been awful. Get yourselves out to New Zealand.
Bit of length there by Trent Boult. I'd say in the history of the last 4 or 5 years, the surface has actually got less greenness in it than all the test pitches been played on.
Well, Kane Williamson at the toss, just one thing that stood out. We'll have a ball first. We don't think this pitch is going to change at all.
And that's a fair assumption too.
Underway.
It's not just either, Bumble, this particular pitch here. There's a little bit of greenness to it. It looks a lot whiter when you look up from up where we are. But by and large, around the country, the pitches here don't break up. The spinners don't come into the game as much as you would think, or as much as you'd like. I'd love to see the pitches break up to the point where the bounce is a little variable and the ball starts to spin. Because at the moment, it is a case of bowling first, because there is no disadvantage to be the batting side on day 5.
There's that bounce. First over finished. One without loss.
Slightly wayward start from Sally and Boult at the moment. They're just trying to work out how much this ball will swing. But yeah, interesting, isn't it? 2 big scores batting first since this pitch was turned around, yet Williamson deciding to go with the option of bowling.
In charge of this match. Bruce Oxenford from Australia. And brother in arms on the other side, square leg is Paul Rifle. Plenty of experience between those two. Enjoying the sun on their back. I always look at the pace of Trent Boult. First delivery just under 135, around 134, 132.
You'd expect it to be pitched up and looking for a swing. First few overs, interesting to see if there is any swing, but left arm usually bowl a full length. Wagner not so.
There's the pull shot in the air, but it's over mid-on. Got away with it. I only get one for it.
Anxious time. The bang-in ball just sits up nicely. I think he's a bit early on this. Right at the bottom of the bat.
Well, that is lucky, and not a shot you normally associate early in the innings for Alistair Cook. He likes to play nice and tight. He knows how important the first session of any test match is. So loose.
It's a good area. Might have just seamed off the surface. It was quite wide of off stump, and then went even further away from him, so he had to drag it.
Well, he usually has a good look. He's used to the pace of the pitch, the bounce of the ball and the light. Storman's only had 2 deliveries. Cook has had 15.
Three without loss. It's safe to say he's not quite found the middle of the bat yet. Good bit of fielding. Stoneman was backing up, but recognised the threat. Colin de Grandhomme.
Was excellent work, wasn't it? He's quite close in there. There's de Grandhomme. Mark Stoneman was backing up and had to hurriedly get back. He's also making the error of running off the pitch. We seem to talk about it every time we get to one of these drop-ins. The bat is easily able to get stuck in the turf.
Edged and taken, and the swinger Boult gets the first breakthrough.
Big breakthrough too. It's a perfect delivery, drawn into that front foot shot. It's a massive wicket, is this. Alistair Cook just mentioned he's not found the middle of the bat, and this is a genuine edge, and it goes comfortably to second slip. First strike, New Zealand.
Alistair Cook departs, caught Latham Boult for 5. England 6 for 1. Skipper Joe Root, brilliant average, 53, 37 50s, 1300s in his 66 matches. He wanted to bat first. Well, he's going to get a good opportunity. Trent Boult got the line right, the length right to Alistair Cook. Big wicket just to create confidence that it was a good decision by Kane Williamson to bowl first.
Well, it is. It's paying fruit. But look at that record. 50 scores over 50 in just 120 innings. That is some record, and while he'll want more hundreds than 13, he poses such a threat. We talked earlier about the fact New Zealand need to get rid of the big 2. Well, they've done that. They've got the first, Alistair Cook. And they now double up, get rid of Joe Root. Alistair Cook has, throughout his career, even though his record is excellent, has had his problems against left-arm seamers. And it continues. Great length from Trent Boult. Safe hands from Latham. That is the perfect height if you are a slip fieldsman.
Bat goes. Bat's right out there. Feet don't move till now. Let's have a look. From sideways on, there's that familiar movement back, and he's not really out of the lines. The bat searching for the ball, feet are static, and then he goes. Long walk back.
Wide of the crease there by Trent Boult.
Thought that illustrated perfectly, Bumble, where he's gone wrong, Alistair Cook there, but he's not a particularly old man, but that's one of the things, isn't it? As you get older, that can pose you problems. It's the quickness of your feet. See a lot of those top order batsmen doing a lot of skipping, like boxers in a way. Quick feet. It's been a feature, I think, this summer in Australia, and now in that dismissal Alistair Cook unable to get his feet going early.
Bit of swing there. Clamped down by Root. Wicket made in for Trent Boult. 6 for 1.
Excellent start then for New Zealand. Team winning the toss, will have the ball first. It's a premier player. Oh, that's a nice height.
One thing you do get here at Eden Park is a lot of grass on the surface. Sometimes it takes just a bit in, that's why the ball can hold. Really honing in on the stumps to Joe Root. The play off the back foot.
Well, it's always been reported that Root prefers for necessity in this game that he moves up on. There was an alternative. They could have put Rowan up there, but gone there himself.
Bowling straight through.
Terrific start now. Kane Williamson will be thinking about that toss. I've got it absolutely right. Fabulous response from Boult. Talk about the big two. They're back in the shed.
That is a left armer's dream. Absolutely. Once again, caught on the crease, swinging back. And New Zealand's premier fast bowler has done the damage. Stuck on the crease, Joe Root. Out for naught. He doesn't often make that. 6 for 2.
That would Milan averaging 33 and in early.
Big response from Williamson here. 1, 2, 3, 4 slips and a gully.
One on the leg side. Trent Boult looking to swing it away from the left-hander, sorry. Brilliant figures, 2 for 2, and justified the decision by Kane Williamson to win the toss and bowl first. Needed to start well. Soft one, let him get underway.
He knew it too, didn't he, Trent Boult? That is a gift to get off the mark. But he'll still be thinking about this. The perfect left armer's delivery, just shaping back a little bit. That is a beautiful delivery. Not able to get out to the pitch of the ball, out in front again a little bit, like Alistair Cook. Stunning delivery from Trent Boult.
He got stuck a little bit, Joe Root. Couldn't transfer forward. But a great length by Trent Boult. A lot of talk about the toss. Did Williamson make the right decision? That length, 4-metre area around the 5 for the swing bowler with a new ball. Picked up both wickets. Well, again, that's a lovely shot. First boundary of the Test match.
You know, I think that's the first ball that's come off the middle of the bat. Very nervy start for England with the big shots. Mark Storman, who just eventually gets one right out of the middle.
Now, the seam was a bit different. I just wonder whether Trent Boult tried to bowl a cutter or a fast cutter where they run the back of the seam, because they had a big angle on it. Mind going for 5 off this over. He's picked up Joe Root. Short one, bit of extra bounce. Not easy. 11 for 2.
They've got 2 prize wickets, highest prize wickets. And maybe another one, yes. Yes, indeed. That is another top delivery from Trent Boult, and now he's got 3 in a real hurry.
3 good ones too. Cook, Root, now Malan, who's been the find of the winter for England. But all 3 of England's batsmen playing from the crease, and what Boult has done so well is push the ball up on a full length and find some late movement.
Yeah, what a start by New Zealand. 16 for 3.
Well, he's playing pretty much as a specialist batsman in this test match, and he's going to have to do plenty of it. Ben Stokes enters with a really good all-round record. 35 as an all-rounder is good with his bowling attached to it, but now he has to play an innings of substance because England are deep in it. 16 for 3 so early on in this test. And that is good judgment.
In the first half an hour, the first 35 minutes of this match, there really didn't appear to be any terrors in the pitch, to be honest. But what the New Zealand openers have done, the opening pair with the ball in their hand, is that they have kept at the English bats. They have made them play every shot, and they've forced them into errors.
Yeah, I suspect Williamson thought, well, with Cook and Root at 1 and 3, get at them early and get them out, and there's real holes in England's batting. Oh, absolutely beautifully here, Trent Boult. It's late movement. And for Ben Stokes, of course, this is a huge moment because he missed the Ashes for all the kinds of reasons that we don't need to go into, but he's re-entering first class and Test cricket here.
Beautiful. Just stunning from Boult. But it's also the tandem, the fact that Southey's been at them at the other end as well, bowling in tandem, but it's Boult that's got the extra bit.
Love watching these two bowl, really. If you put yourself in Williamson's shoes, if you're a captain, it's just a fantastic combination to have. If there's anything like a cross breeze across the ground, then you've got a lovely combination. Each will want the opposite end, and both are tremendously skillful. It's a different kind of challenge for England's batsmen from the one they faced in the Ashes. Less pace, but highly challenged by their skill.
You know, that first session always has so much drama, doesn't it, in a test match? The first hour I always think is just wonderful. I mean, it's an absolute privilege to be at such a historic test, but the first hour of a test match wearing whites, and it's just got all the drama. Love it.
Quite gratifying to hear Trent Boult ahead of the game saying throughout the summer these are the 2 games that he's really looking forward to. It was nice to hear that for a bowler like Boult, that Test cricket still is the main thing.
Wow, what an over. Another wicket made, and it's 16 for 3.
Yep, challenging the batsman with every delivery. A full length, late movement, Malan caught on the crease. What you see when Stokes comes to the crease is that he's trying to get out of his crease. He's trying to get down towards the bowler. He's almost walking at Trent Boult there. Whereas all of England's other top order have been caught on the popping crease. Because Stokes can't bowl, it means England have had to bring in the extra bowler, which means that that lower order not quite as strong as it might be were Stokes able to bowl.
Now then, how will Stokes play this? I mean, will he sit and wait, or will he counter?
I'm not sure he'll counter yet, but what you see immediately is at least trying to get to the ball. All of England's wickets have come from the batsman being caught on the popping crease. You see a bit more of a positive forward movement from Stokes. And in everything, whether it's defence or attack, Stokes is a positive player.
He's certainly middling it, even the defensive shots. He's middling the ball well, and as I mentioned before, he will love this challenge. He's got so much what we call mana. Walks out there and you can immediately feel his presence out on the field.
He did a bit of that in Australia. Mana, you say?
What's the word?
Bottle.
Presence.
No mana there. It belongs to the bowler.
Sure does. Huge smile on the face of Trent Boult. He is in a purple spell here. He has got the ball talking. That's the one that just comes back to the left-hander. Almost seemed to beat Stokes for pace as well. England in all kinds of trouble. What a combination this is. Boult has 4, Southey has 1. England 5 down for 18.
Yeah, that's 2, Moe.
Moeen Ali has performed a few rescue missions for England over the years. He's known to be fairly solid, not too flamboyant in this form of the game. A good record for a man batting at number 7. But yet another left-hander, and they've been exposed.
And Moeen Ali himself was exposed in the Ashes. Had a real struggle down under in Australia. The end of Ben Stokes. Beautiful delivery. You could see almost a cross-seam type of delivery from Boult. He's not trying to swing that one. It's just coming back on the angle. And that combination of skill. Ben Stokes.
I mean, he's got 4 wickets, but the 2 deliveries to get rid of Root and Stokes, they dream about. Bowlers dream about those deliveries. One, a genuine swinging delivery to a right-hander, and the other one coming back using a non-swinging or non-seaming grip, just wanting the ball to do something different across the batsman, hitting the top of off. They dream about that, bowlers. Test match cricket in particular. Middle of the bat, but another terrific wicket maiden. 18 for 5. 28th of March 1955. New Zealand were bowled out for 26 on this very ground. Michael, could you possibly take that world record off us? Could you?
Well, we need a partnership. 55, who was that then? Got to be Statham, Truman, Tyson, the Typhoon.
Thankfully, none of us were born.
Close.
Now, the interesting thing about IT and going back and examining where bowlers bowl and weaknesses for batsmen is that the English camp now Michael Atherton will be going and having a look at the dismissals. They'll be pulling them apart. What do you think they'll be saying?
Well, they knew that Boult and Southey were going to challenge them for sure. I don't think there's any surprise at the skill levels that the opening pair have shown. But England, one or two of the batsmen, very rusty, clearly. Clipped away through the leg side. A handy couple as we close down on the world record.
Well, I can tell you, what was yours, the 147?
47, that was in Trinidad.
You didn't hold it, there you go.
No, I knew we didn't quite have the record. England's lowest, 45, against Australia in Sydney in 1887.
They didn't even cover the pitches back in the day.
1887. The lowest against New Zealand, 64, back in 1978. And that was New Zealand's first test win over England. When we let Richard the Rock Collins loose on you, on Jeff Boycott in particular.
That the game that both of them ran Boycott out deliberately, or was that a different occasion? That series, I reckon.
That was, I told him to Francis, that was the next game. His eyes wide open when he said it. Oh goodness, 3 slips of gully. New Zealand looking for number 7. Appreciable movement there, a bit quick too for Wokes.
So again, uncomfortable times for the English bats. And that one, did it sneak onto the thigh pad? But I think the question now, I mean, how long does Kane Williamson bowl these two?
Well, they're experienced enough to know themselves, really. He should just be asking them. Oh, goodness me, it's number 7. All around it, Chris Wokes. There's 23 on the board and the world record is still on.
And challenging for the best ball of the morning. An absolute beauty from Boult. Ball swinging late. And almost a carbon copy dismissal of the one that got the England captain. What a morning, what an afternoon New Zealand are having. England 23 for 7, Wokes the latest to go for 5.
2 players on North Bumble. Might get the Olympic rings. One more. Have a look at the field. 3 slips in a gully, point, mid-off, mid-on, square leg.
He's got the 26 in mind here, Kane Williamson. He's
You reckon?
not wanting to give a single away and just saying, no, be tight. There's something that is... So it's been a blight on New Zealand cricket for years and years and years. And Kane Williamson will know. He's a student of the game. He'll understand the ramifications.
Well, I didn't know about it, Simon, so your secret's safe with me.
You do now. Well, you look at it. There's been 4 bowls. BJ Watling's taken 2 catches. Tom Latham behind the stumps and a caught and bowled.
Well, Kane Williamson was undecided. He was 50-50 at the toss as to what to do. They weren't sure. And the reason being, didn't know, but he did say that it's not going to break up. So if we get today 4 and 5, it won't be any problem chasing a total if required.
And would he take his ballers out there? Look, I'm thinking 50-50. What do you think?
Oh, good bouncer. Very good bouncer. Yeah, I think he would have. And knowing the bowlers, there probably would have been much the same. Look, Skip, we don't mind. We don't mind if we've got a bowl on it, that's fine. Don't think it's bad for batting either.
I think the pace of it, this is a good example. It's been very much two-paced. Some seem to have that, might be the greener grass and kiss off. Wonder if he took out the 2 opening batsmen and asked them the same question, Bumble. Make sure it's fair.
Gets it through. Gets it through, and he might get it all the way to the boundary as well. He does. Boundary 4 for Overton. The 26 is still New Zealand's.
Plenty of width. Was able to clamp down on it. Third boundary of the day.
No edge there. No edge, just past the outside. 27 for 8.
Well, it's brilliant to watch the way that Southey finishes the over and skips back off to his fielding position. He can't wait to get hold of the ball again. Captain chats again to Tim Southey.
Sort of feel that Trent Boult may have said one more to a skipper. I'm going to find out what the ball looks like when it's a little bit old, whether it's going to do anything. Kane Williamson. Catching's been first class.
In the air and through the gap and away to the boundary for 4.
Just going to play some shots, these two. England might be thinking, let's get bowling, forget this nightmare. Overton moves on to 8. 31 for 9.
They've definitely bounced. I reckon we'll get a bit of a no, England won't say it. They can't afford to, but I think it's quite too paced, and it's the odd one just stands up.
Through the gap. Cover this time. I don't think it'll go all the way, but they should push for 3. No, settle for 2.
Second best partnership now, the England innings. It's 6, and I mean that respectfully. Never judge a performance until both teams are batted. Dawley, you said that.
Yeah, it's always the way. You judge a surface pitch until 2 teams are batted on it.
Pitch is fine, it's through the air that they bowled brilliantly. England have batted very, very poorly. Test match cricket, movement in the air, deal with it.
Yeah, come on.
Easy at the moment, isn't it? 2 more. Right, sorted that little issue out. 35 for 9. Where do they sit at the moment? Africa had a bad trot, didn't they? 3rd, 4th, 5th on the list. Could slide in there at number 5 at the moment. 4th equal.
A record you want.
Pulled very well. Way to the boundary for 4. 12 runs off that Trent Boult over. It's 39 for 9. Yeah, just to confirm that Tim Southey delivery does get very close with that back foot, but it's the same as the no ball rule. It's the first point of contact. So the first point is there, and he doesn't touch it. So you don't even need to roll that on. He touches afterwards, that's fine, because the first point of contact is not touching the line. So no issue. Exactly the same as when we look at a no ball front foot. First point of contact, is there something behind the line? That's fine, and then it slides forward or moves afterwards. So It's the way that the umpires look at it. Murray Erasmus upstairs, third umpire's chair. Keeping abreast of things. Thank you, Murray. Hope you enjoy New Zealand too, Murray. Swung away in the air, that'll go all the way. Brilliant shot from Craig Overton.
There's something to cheer at last. These travelling English tourists. It's Overton. 18 deliveries. He's moved on to 26. Big shot. So England have gone past at their lowest totals. Don't mean much.
Very sensible, Jimmy Anderson, just saying, well, Overton's playing well. We'll try and hang about. Stick with him.
He will. He'll just try and hang in there. Gets giddy sometimes and plays one or two drive shots. It's Overton who's the batsman, 27 from 19.
Off the pads, so no issue there. 52 for 9.
What an annoying partnership from New Zealand's perspective. Much needed for England. 31 it's worth now.
Well, everybody will be having their two pennyworth. It's been terrific bowling, number one. Great swing bowling. Been a joy to watch. But then a spotlight comes on the batting. They've not got forward. They've not tried to negate the swing. Now, this lad's come in, Overton. He's a big strapping lad, and he's got forward. And that's disturbed, particularly Southey. Sorry, bowling short at him, and he's moved on to 33.
I think there's an aspect of fatigue kicking in too for these two seamers. Boult's now into his 11th over. The two opening bowlers for New Zealand have bowled the whole session so far.
The captain in their ear, just, go on, I'm going to take you. No, one more. I'll have one more. Give me one more. They want wickets.
Well, I talked about that off air with Ian Smith. This is where the greats like Sir Richard Hadley, he just wouldn't allow the captain to take him off.
The debacle that has gone before, Jimmy Anderson will just try and stick in. Try and play for Overton. Overton's just playing some shots.
Yeah, he's doing really well, Overton, and Anderson's hanging in there, but when they do eventually get out, my advice is don't go into the changes shed and tell the batsman it's not too bad out there.
Out. Got him. And that is the end of the innings. Trent Boult picks up 6, and England are all out for 58.
Absolute nightmare for England. Bundled out. New Zealand winning the toss and bowling first. It's a bright day. Pitch is ever so slightly too pace, but it's been swing bowling that has done the damage with the top order. 7 left-handers in England. They're all out for 58.
So Jimmy Anderson gone for 1, and England are all out for 58. And quite rightly does Trent Boult get the applause. That is his best bowling figures in Test cricket now, beating the 6 for 40 and 6 for 32 In 10.4 overs, he knocked the top off this very good English batting unit, and he did it with controlled swing bowling.